Hello my friend, I hope you're well. It's me, Zenzul, your favourite battleground player, amongst other things. I'm here on Rain, my paladin today. Say hello, Rain. What it is I'm trying to do today is just go through my add-ons. One of my subscribers. I don't like it when YouTubers go, "Oh, some bloke in the comments." I find it really disrespectful. At the end of the day, if someone's bothered to reply to one of your videos and left a comment, you know, a nice comment. Obviously, you don't want to get someone slagging you off. It's not very nice, even that. But it's the comment. Obi-Wan Vader, he was the one who asked for this, so here it is, mate. I hope it's what you're looking for. It's basically just going through my add-ons, what I use on all my characters. All my characters use exactly the same thing. I don't really have any differential treatment for any other one. They all do the same thing. So without further ado, let's have a look at them. So starting from the top, I've got shitloads I've had over the years. Most of them don't even use, to be honest now. But the first one I use is Bagnon. Bagnon I've had for years and years and years. I love this add-on. It's just a bag which does bag things. Instead of having 5 bags or whatever we have of different stuff, you know, you get the one big bag, and I just love it. It just does everything it says on the tin. You know what I mean? It's really, really good. And yeah, I really like that add-on. You can get certain little options that go with it as well, which is all good. So that's the first one. Bartender's your bars. Doesn't move. So basically, all your bars here. Most people know what bartender is. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Obviously, all these you can get from Curse Gaming, Curse Client, or whatever it's called. Google it, you'll find it. The next one I have is capping. Capping's an interesting one. And basically, what it is, it gives you a. Get this out of the way. It gives you a little icon here. Now, basically, what this is, when you're in a battleground, and say you're in Arathi Basin and you've captured Lumber Mill or something like that, it will give the countdown of when that's actually going to flip. You know, as in if you're Alliance and you've captured it from the Horde, it will count down that in 5 seconds it will flip to Alliance, and vice versa. It's good in AV and stuff like that for the towers and graveyards, etc., etc. Really handy little thing, and you can also link it in chat as well. There is an option to do that, which is quite handy. Cast bars is basically your cast bars. I don't like the default one. I think it's crap. So I use mine. Mine are always color coded. It's my characters as well. So, like for Rain here, it'll be pink because obviously paladins are a pink color figures. But yeah, so that's why I use that. What else have we got here? Doom Combat Pulse. Doom Combat Pulse is an interesting one. It basically, what it does is puts a big blob in the middle of your screen. So when basically something's coming off cooldown, it will tell you that with a big icon that just goes in the middle of the screen. It's really, really handy and it's really good. I've used it for years and years and years, and I like it. It just sort of comes out like literally a soft focus kind of thing. It doesn't go smack in your face. It's kind of like a sort of translucent colour, but really, really good stuff. Worth getting hold of. Doing Combat Pulse or Cooldown Pulse even. Garrison Mission Manager. Well, we all know what that is. It's the same thing as Rain. Hence me being in. What the bloody hell is it? Where the Horde started in WOD. Oh, I can't remember. I still use my garrison for certain things. I still do Hexweed bags and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I'm using that. And I think it's carried over. Might have carried over. Might not have carried over to Legion, but I haven't turned it off. GM fonts is basically where you can change your different fonts for your names and stuff like that. You can change your fonts for your chat and etc., and just have different fonts which are a bit more sexy and a little bit nicer, smoother, cleaner. Healers have to die. Now, if you're a PvP of any note, or even if you're not, or extremely average like me, then you have to get healers have to die. It literally does exactly what it says on the tin. It will put an icon like a cross over the enemy healer. So basically, when you go into a battleground, you go into a fight, you know, there's a big melee of people flying everywhere and spells and this and that. It will basically put a big icon on top of the enemy healer. Get him down first, basically, it's telling you. And it will do a little ding, 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 ding. Like a little kind of, every time you hover over the character, it will make this little ding just to remind you who it is. So obviously when you go into a battleground, you want to get those healers down first. So it's just a really handy thing, rather than going, oh, which one's the healers? You know, obviously, because certain classes, sometimes you don't really know until they start casting what they are. Unless, of course, you've done a recce before the game starts. Handy notes, we all know what that is. Handy notes is good for treasures and stuff like that. So here I've got Legion treasures, etc, etc. So basically it shows you where all the treasures are and bits and bobs. I think most people do have that. Now, Killing Blow Announcer. I like this add-on. A lot of people I've spoken to don't particularly like it. I love it. I think it's great. What it does, if you've seen any of my videos, it will put this big. If you're playing Horde, it will put the Horde crest, and if you're playing the Alliance, it will put like it's like a, I don't know, a couple of swords or something. So when you kill someone, you go Killing Blow, and it will just put up this big thing in the middle of your screen just to tell you you're the one that landed the killing blow on it. It's a bit of fun if you do, you know, casual PvP like I do. It's a bit of fun. I quite like it. Mask is good. Mask helps you put. So your bartender here, mask, basically it's like a shader on different icons and stuff. So the black I've got on these icons here is all from Mask, and you can get it for shadowed unit frames as well, which I use. Yeah, so that's a good thing to have. It's very good to sort of put different shadings on different icons. It just makes them look a lot cleaner. Really nice. Going down, Postal. Love Postal. Postal's obviously a post box add-on where you can just sort of get multiple things out at once, and it just has a lot of little different gizmos and stuff like that. That's really useful. And just because I don't know if people know, but I've got a. Oh, I haven't got it on this one. Where is it? Oh, here he is. I've got my Blood Fang Widow here. So back in the day, I think Cata Mop sort of time, I earned a hell of a lot of money playing this game because I was too bored to play anything else. I go through phases of wanting to do something and then sticking to it. And I earned millions doing trade skills and stuff like that. But basically, Postal was a lifesaver because obviously you can do that a lot quicker. Get your stuff you got that didn't sell and resell it, relist it, stuff like that. PvP sounds. PvP sounds is also good fun. I love it because anything that enhances your gameplay and makes it a little more interesting. You know, you're getting ruffles stomped by a Russian pre-made, and you know you need these little things. They just keep you going, you know. And with PvP sounds, basically every time you kill an enemy, it will kind of stack. So the first one will be Killing Blow, and the next one will be hey, you're on a roll kind of thing. I can't remember the exact terminology, but that sort of thing. And then you get 5 or 6, it'll go unstoppable. I think they're Unreal Tournament, if I remember rightly, Unreal Tournament memes, or certainly sounds from. Good fun, PvP sounds. Get it? Good. Scrap. Now, Scrap. I love Scrap because Scrap, what it does, every time you go and speak to a vendor or something like that, it automatically gets rid of your crap. Basically gets rid of your rubbish and stuff you just don't have to click through and sell. It'll just get rid of it, or your greys and stuff like that. Really handy add-on. Really love that add-on. Had it for God knows how long, donkey's years. Shadowed unit frames, which is what this is. here. I just like it. I don't like the default WoW ones. I just think they look so dated now. I really like this. I just think it's really good, and it just makes it nice and clean. I like it, as you can probably see. I would have my bars a lot lower and a lot further down. I know they kind of a little bit middle of the screen kind of thing, and a little bit higher. But the thing is, I've got a very good left eye, but my right eye goes like that, so I can't do that. If they're further down, I can't really concentrate on what I'm doing. So I have to have them that high because of my eye. It's really, really strange, and I don't want to bore you too much with it, but that's kind of why I do that. So yeah, so having that shadowed unit frames nice and square and kind of clean. All this is nice and clean out the way, and this is out the way. All this is nice and clean. That's just how I like my screen. Some people have so much stuff going on. I'm surprised they can even play. I don't even have combat text up, like mixed combat text or the default, because I just don't like all the crap going on. I like to know, like to see my enemy, and I like to see what they're trying to cast and stuff, and all these numbers flying everywhere. But what it does do with shadowed unit frames, if you've got, obviously, let's just hold on a second. Let's try and find an enemy of some description. There we go. So there's an enemy there. What it will do is when you hit them, yeah, let's go and let's hit someone here. Hold on. Boom. No, they die too quick. Anyway, when you hit them, it will come up with how much yellow damage you're doing. So obviously white damage is not a crit, and a yellow is crit, and it will just show you on here. So if you're that worried about it, you know, I can see that I've done maybe a 900k, a million crit or something like that on there. So that's quite good. Yeah, what else have I got here? Tidy plates. You've got to have tidy plates or plate buffs. They do the same thing. So obviously that's the tidy plate up there. If you've got, if you're like I'm playing Sancrotus, I'm playing my Affliction Warlock, it will have all these dots on above the above the. Don't know why I'm pointing to the screen. You can't actually see it, can you? Above the name here and all that sort of business. So you know exactly how long your dots have got till they fall off, etc., etc. Really, really handy tidy plates. Recommend it to anyone. Excuse me. Well, Quest Tracker again does exactly what it says on the tin. I'm sure most people have it. It's kind of a prerequisite for any expansion now to get that the World Quest Tracker, etc., etc. Just for ease, really. It just makes life a lot easier. What else have we got here? Now, the Trade Skill Master, if you're ever going to try and make money, I might do a guide on this one day. As I said, I had, I don't know, 5 million, I think it was, over all my characters in the end. I think I'm down to 1.5, 2 now, but buying the Black Fang Widow costs 2.5 million. So yeah, well, maybe one day I'll just go into Trade Skill Master. I probably towards the end of this expansion will start to get rid of all the stuff that I've accumulated, because what I tend to do on all my characters, or a lot of my characters, is to gather a lot of gathering, but I don't really do anything with it. I find that the you know, the trade skills and the gather, all the professions are not that much fun anymore, really. And they say, oh, you've got to go into a dungeon, you've got to do. Don't force me into what I want to do. You know, I don't like that. I don't like the fact they sort of bottleneck you down into going to dungeons when I don't really do dungeons. I pay PVP. That's what I do. You know, I might do some dungeons when I'm leveling, but I don't really do. I don't want to do dungeons. The fact that you're then saying to, you know, improve on this profession, you have to go and do this. It's like, well, no, I won't do it then. I'll just wait till the expansion's over and level it that way. A lot easier. So it is what it is. What else do I use? I think that's probably about it, actually. Deadly boss mods, obviously, most people use for dungeons and raiding and stuff like that. Let's good for PvP as well. You can get some PvP options on that. It's worth having if you want to use it. But I don't tend to have that much on here. One other PvP one I will point out to you that I like, and I haven't used it in a while, is Reflex. Now, Reflex is really good. Now, basically what it does, it gives you a breakdown. Say like you just leveled, I don't know, you just leveled a paladin to 110, and you thought, right, I'm gonna really hammer this today. It's a bonus battleground week or something like that, and you're gonna really go, you know, you've got a day off or whatever from school or college or work or whatever, and you think, right, I'm gonna really hammer this character. I'm gonna give it a good go today and try and get as much honour as I can. Merc Alliance, that's the way to get honour in that week. Pre-made Merc. No, you can't actually pre-made on Alliance Merc in. I don't think you can. Anyway, I've not done it. Ask someone else. But what you can do with Reflex, it's really, really cool, because it will basically log all of your games. So if you say, example, you played 20 games that day, and it would it would list all your games, and it would tell you how much killing blows you've done, how much damage you've done, etc., 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 and all this information, just like a list, really. And it's really, really handy. Really, really handy. Can work two ways. It can get pretty depressing if you're loss after loss after loss after loss, because it will just show that. But it's really, really handy add-on. I haven't used it probably since, I'd say, late Mott. I'd say. But yeah, it's good. It's good fun. If you want to really keep an eye on your statistics and, you know, see how you're doing player for player, you know, obviously you can have it on all your characters, and yeah, worth getting. I might actually flick it back on and see how I get on with that. But anyway, I think that's probably about all I want to cover on that. It is, yeah. Anyway, I'd just like to say before I shoot off that I've been running my channel for 6 days now, and I've got 7 subscribers. As I said, I think in a previous video, I don't know whether I did or recorded it or not, but I'm really chuffed with that. I didn't think I'd get 1, to be honest. So I'm really pleased with that, and thank you very much for subscribing, and I do hope you enjoy my content, and I will be uploading or trying to upload every day. So there should always be a battleground up every day, if nothing else, of stuff going on. Yeah, so if you haven't already, and you enjoyed this video, but if you haven't already, click subscribe, and you can now follow me on Twitter on Zenzul8. So if you want to come and speak to me and hang out with me or whatever and chat with me, then by all means come and do that. It'd be great to speak to you all. And yeah, so anyway, that'd be me done for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have happy hunting in Battlegrounds. Take care. Bye bye.